Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints are shutting down Kendre Miller for the rest of the year. And as a result, they worked out running backs on Tuesday. A handful of them. Jerrion Ealy, remember, was at Ole Miss. John Lovett, Ty Montgomery, who was with the Saints a year ago. So the Saints worked out a few running backs. Ultimately, Nick Underhill had it first. They signed James Robinson to the practice squad. James Robinson is it's an interesting story. This was a guy who was an undrafted rookie free agent back in 2020. And he signed with Jacksonville. And James Robinson was a 1,000-yard rusher his rookie season as an undrafted rookie free agent, and actually set an NFL record for the most yards from scrimmage for a rookie undrafted free agent. Like, shot out of a cannon to start his career in 2020. In 2021, he played the whole season in Jacksonville. Then week 16, he tore his Achilles. In 2022, he was traded to the Jets. He plays 2022 in New York with the Jets. And in this past offseason, he signs a 2-year, $8 million deal with New England. Well, New England releases him in June over health concerns, over his physical. He goes to camp with the Giants, was released after camp, and then was on again, off again, the practice squad with the Packers throughout this season, and now he joins the New Orleans Saints. So it's been an interesting 4 years, 4 seasons here for James Robinson. But when he's been healthy and he's been right, he's been a really good player. It's just, is he healthy? Is he right? That's what remains to be seen. So we'll kind of get a taste. But, you know, it's interesting to me because before the season started, I remember having this conversation. There were a lot of people, meet Saints fans and listeners to the show, take a lot of your feedback, and a lot of people were very high on the Saints running back room. And I remember we went and looked at some running back room rankings. I know Pro Football Focus graded each running back room in the NFL, and the Saints were middle of the NFL. I mean, there were some who would say the Saints are the best running back room in the NFL. It sounds laughable now, but you had Alvin Kamara, you have Jamal Williams, who led the NFL in rushing touchdowns a year ago. You go and draft Kendre Miller. There were a lot of people high on this running back room. Pro Football Focus said, middle of the NFL. And look what's kind of panned out. I mean, the Saints are 20th in the NFL in rushing offense at 104 yards a game. So bottom half of the NFL. Jamal Williams, who led the NFL in rushing touchdowns a year ago, has... Hey, Muse, you know how many rushing touchdowns Jamal Williams has this year? Off the top of your head?
1?
No.
0.
Nailed it. Give yourself a ding there, Muse. 0. The guy who led the NFL in rushing touchdowns a year ago, the Saints have not even found a way to get him in the end zone once this year. 0. None. They played 13 games, by the way. 0 rushing touchdowns. He's got 190 yards on the season. And by the way, Alvin Kamara is pacing for a career low in rushing yards this season. They're terrible. The offensive line stinks. Pete Carmichael stinks. The whole operation stinks. So I don't know that I'm sitting here going to try to sell you in any believable way that James Robinson is going to be the cure-all. But if he's healthy, he's a young guy at 25. He's got a lot of tread left on the tires. When he was right, he was really good, and maybe could bring something of consequence to this offense. I don't know. We'll see. The Saints are playing a Giants team that is one of the worst in the NFL against the run. New York is 29th out of 32 teams in the NFL in run defense at 135 yards per game. So if you ever were going to have an opportunity to get your running game going, it would certainly seem like this would be it against that run defense. For what it's worth, the Saints are 27th in the NFL in run defense at 131 yards a game, so good luck tackling Saquon Barkley this weekend. Saints hosting the Giants. Saints are about a 6-point favorite. Again, I like the matchup because it's not a great Giants team, but the Giants they played on Monday Night Football, and now they have to travel. It's a short week traveling for the Giants. Well, the Saints are at home, very much in a division race, and a little bit desperate. And they had James Robinson for a little depth there at running back. We'll see what type of role he might play Just getting here on Wednesday after working out on Tuesday. We'll see what, if any, role he might be able to play this weekend against the Giants. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.